Hey parents, how do you make smarter choices for your kids' college today? That's where Sally can help. With Sally, you can find scholarships, funding options, tools, and guidance all in one place. And if you need a loan, Sally has options for different families and different situations. College is only worth it if you do it right. So don't just help your kid go. Help them go smarter. Sally.com/GoParents.
Amazon Health AI presents Painful Thoughts.
I can't stop scratching my downtown. Yeah, but I'm not itching to go downtown and tell a receptionist I'm here to talk about my downtown. Some things you'd rather type than say out loud.
There's no question too embarrassing for Amazon Health AI. Chat your symptoms and get virtual care 24/7. Healthcare just got less painful.
Hi, I'm Ben Harper.
Hey, this is Brad Lukowicz. Hey, this is Lou Temple. You know me as Axel on The Walking Dead.
This is Smooth Bester Henderson.
Hi, this is William Duvall, singer of Alice in Chains.
Hi, this is Jim Cuddy from Blue Rodeo.
Hi, I am Zach Ward.
Hey guys, it's Alexis Ajoria, 7-time NHRA National Event Champion.
Hey, what's going on? This is Bubbles. This is Ricky. This is Julian. And you're listening to the Toddcast podcast, baby.
When you get a chance to take a break, recharge and turn off your brain, turn off your phone, you need to take that break. We've been running best ofs and just kind of repurposing past podcasts for most of July and August. I took the break. I needed the break. Hung out with the family, my wife Jess, my two boys, James and Levi. Crazy that those kids are going into grade 4 and grade 6. They were 4 and 2 when we started this podcast back in 2015. So we did a week in Tofino this summer, just kind of beach bumming it, which was great. Did a lot of outdoor swimming at the new Brighton pool there. A lot of local walks, bringing the pup, Sarge, who's now almost a year old. We're supposed to head to the Okanagan for the last 10 days of August, but, the forest fires kind of stopped that. In fact, Airbnb sent me an email to give me the heads up. Hey, by the way, people are evacuating their homes. They're being put on alert. Very scary stuff. So we didn't end up going up there. We kind of missed out on a lot of stuff. In fact, my mom's up there in Summerland. Jess's uncle is in Penticton. Her brother is in West Bank. Of course, they're beautiful families as well. Jess's mom and stepdad were supposed to be coming out from Ontario. They canceled the trip as well. Same for Jess's sister. It was a big family thing, but you know how it goes. COVID, the summer wildfires. It's been an unforgiving, unforgettable 18 months, has it not? Although, all in all, we had a great summer. Most of it was pretty laid back, pretty chill, lots of great eats, almost firing up the barbecue daily. Lots of good drinks as well. Nude vodka soda, Red Truck beer. You know that they've been sponsoring the podcast for years. Red Truck since 2015. Nude Vodka for the last couple of years, although they've only been a company since 2017. Of course, we love that they're the official beer and vodka soda at all times of the year, but summertime, for whatever reason, just kind of hits differently. So yeah, we're back to it. You'll notice a slightly different overall feel to the podcast. If you're a regular listener, you'll notice what I mean almost right away. But yeah, we're back to it, trying to find a couple new sponsors for the fall and winter. We're back to booking interviews and emailing with PR companies and Zoom interviews out the wazoo, and we're coming out swinging with a bronze medalist from the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. You'll hear from race walker Evan Dunfee in this week's podcast. We also grabbed holistic health coach Irene J as well, and you'll love what she's all about. As we always do, there will be 3 guests this week, and we'll fire things up with our musical guest, Danko Jones. That is brought to you by Pineapple Sound, a recording and mixing studio in Langley since 2013. They also welcome podcasts, voiceover actors, whatever else you can do in a recording studio. Check them out through pineapplesound.com. Now, this is Danko's second appearance on the podcast. They've been around since 1996, 25 years. Wow. And if you've listened to any good rock radio station, chances are you've heard them in some capacity in regular rotation. Danko's new album called Rock Trio just came out last month on August 27th. And of course, with COVID, it's a new style of writing an album, writing during a pandemic.
written during the pandemic. I mean, before the pandemic, we had about 5 or 6 ideas kicking around that eventually made it onto the album, but they weren't fully realized songs. They're just riffs.
Right.
So the whole album was written during the pandemic. Yeah.
And what was that like? Was it much different than normal, like writing and recording?
Yeah.
Obviously, you took the mask off to sing, but
yeah. So we're a band that, we're an organic band that, we bash out songs in front of each other for hours until something, kind of sparks. And this one, we couldn't be in a room together. So we had to send files back and forth, which is something that I've heard other bands do, but I've always, been skeptical of it. So yeah, it was great that we did it and it worked, so much of the skepticism after the first song was written faded, and we just proceeded to do all the songs. And when we had nothing to do, there's no tours, there's nothing other than staying at home all day long. It allowed me from my end to like work on lyrics a little more, guitar solos a little longer than I usually would, melody lines. So as much as it was a new and weird kind of way to do it, there was some good outcomes from it as well. So, I think Power Trio stands alongside our other previous albums without any kind of real, it doesn't sound like, oh, that's the record that was written in the pandemic.
Yeah, I think we all learned a little bit about ourselves during COVID, maybe even a little bit too much about some of your friends on Facebook. Wink, wink. Danko talked about writing the album Power Trio and the songs that kind of came together quickly.
Yeah, so the first song we wrote in the pandemic from beginning to end was a song called Blue Jean Denim Jumpsuit, track 6. And, JC arranges most of our songs. So he had arranged the riffs that I kind of sent him. I did some vocals for it, and he played bass on it, and I played guitar on it. And there was just a metronome. And if anyone was to hear it, it just doesn't sound like much. But once Rich sent us back his drums and JC put it all together, the song just the energy came out, and that was really eye-opening for me. And I really, that's the moment when I thought, yeah, we could really do this. It sounds like on par with any song that we've written that really jumped out on the album. And still, that's remains one of my favorite songs off the record. And that was the song that kind of, for me, inspired me personally to keep going. JC was the one who said, look, we got to do this no matter what. And of course I said, okay, we'll do it. Of course, if he said that, we got to do it or else we're done as a band, because if this thing is over in a year and we don't have a record out, we're screwed. You for a band like us, as long as we've been around 25 years, we're still not a legacy band where we can just tour on our number one hits. We have to write new albums and give us an excuse to tour and, to live. So that's what we do. And we have to be ready. If we had 10 number one hits, we could have just coasted through the pandemic and then waited till it's over and then just go back on tour and play those, dozen number one songs and everybody will be happy. But we're not there. So that's what we got to do. Got to keep making records. And so that's why JC said, we got to do this during the pandemic. And I didn't want to. I wanted to just curl up into a ball and tap me on the shoulder when it's over. Yeah, I still have that feeling. I really, I think a lot of people do.
I think we talked to Danko Jones for just over 20 minutes this time. You can hear it right now at our iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud accounts. You can check it out, see it at our YouTube account. They're all available at Toddcast Podcast. We got into Star Wars and Star Trek, loved his thoughts on that. Slash and Todd Kearns came up. We talked about seeing hologram shows like that Ronnie James Dio tour that they did a couple years back. And if you follow Danko online, you know that he is not afraid to share his opinion.
I've never been political. It's only in the last few years where I've kind of publicly stated where I stand on things. We've never been a political band. I don't like polarizing people. But it's only during these days where things are so divided. But I'm not saying anything controversial. At least I don't believe I am. All I'm saying is don't be racist. Don't be a homophobe. don't be sexist, and as long as your health allows, get the vaccine to help old people and kids at this stage in 2021. I do not think I'm saying anything out of line, anything controversial. I think I'm I'm towing the line. I'm not going out on a limb. As far as I know, I'm saying some pretty common sense things.
100%.
I would never say anything that crosses those lines. So I don't really feel comfortable being tagged as a political person or a political musician or, one of those political. We're not. I just like. But in 2021, it is kind of controversial to say, don't be racist. It's so, because it's gotten to that point where people are so brazen now. And it could be just the social media feeds that I follow that always post these, like smartphone videos of racist people or anti-maskers. And it gives you the feeling that, oh my God, they're the majority. But sometimes, no, it's just gone viral because it's just so out of the ordinary. Right. But it gives you a false sense of, sometimes I really don't know. But when you think about anti-mask rallies and people like being very public and very loud about their anti-mask stands, you forget the silent majority already got vaccinated, are all following guidelines. And it just kind of screws you with your head sometimes when you see all these like videos online. So I really don't know. All I know is what I've always done since I was, graduated from being a teenager to an adult is, can I look myself in the eye? And, everything I post, I don't really think I'm posting anything crazy.
Musical guests of the Toddcast podcast are powered by Pineapple Sound, providing recording and mixing services for a wide range of artists and genres since 2013. Check them out at pineapplesound.com.
That band is Brass Camel, and an awesome song for those guys called Issues. You are less than, a couple of weeks away now from their show at the Rickshaw Theater. That's coming up on Saturday, September 18th. Brass Camel, Ben Sinister, and Bad Magic, which will be a great show. Coming up in just a few minutes, in Listen to This, UFC strawweight fighter Randa Marcos talks about enrolling kids into martial arts and when you should do that. That's powered by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, RV Service and Repair, ICBC accredited. You can find them online. Search out Tedco RV Supplies on Facebook. First, the second of three Toddcast guests this week is our sporting guest, Tokyo 2020 Race Walk bronze medalist Evan Dunfee. Say that a few times fast. Brought to you by Joyce Heating Services. They are family owned and operated, heating the Lower Mainland since 1960. Now, up until the Tokyo Olympics, Evan's Twitter bio said something like non-medalist Olympian or something to that effect. Now it says world champion medalist / Olympic medalist. He's a good dude, a local guy that lives in Richmond, and the kid can walk. He talked about preparing to race walk in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics by starting out in Richmond, walking into Vancouver, through Stanley Park, and then back to Richmond. Could you imagine doing something like that on a regular basis? 30K? Like, sure. No problem. I may be grumpy by the end of it. It's doing these kinds of walks over and over at high speeds that got Evan ready to compete at the Olympics. Check out how close his event was, from first place to fourth place and no medal.
Yeah. So the nice thing is we compete on a 2-kilometer loop. So unlike the marathon where you kind of just, you go off, you run for 42K and you start somewhere and you finish somewhere, we just do 25 laps around a 2-kilometer loop. So you can always see where your competitors are and have that sense of how the race is unfolding. So that's helpful, but certainly going into that final lap with 2K to go, I think I was 18 seconds back of third place. And I was actually sitting in fifth place at that point. I was, still had a couple of guys to get ahead of. And it was funny because the guy that finished and was just ahead of me was the guy that beat me at World Champs a couple of years ago by 2 seconds. Oh, okay. So my first thought was, okay, I can't use to Yao again by 2 seconds, get past him. And so I put my head down and I sort of, was managed to get past him. And then I was like, oh crap, I'm in fourth again. Oh, come on. I mean, you can't finish fourth again. So it's kind of like, it was there was that weird self-talk that was kind of like very me, of like, it was kind of, self-deprecating, but still incredibly motivating to kind of like, oh, okay, no, I can't do this again. All right. Refocus, put your head down and figure this out. And yeah, I didn't pass the third place athlete until about 200 meters to go. Right there, dude. Yeah. I'm watching it on the TV as it's unfolding. Like, so, how far, when you're like, okay, I got to pass buddy, I'm not going in fourth again, like just visually explain like how far away he was from you at that point where you're like, I gotta catch this guy. Yeah. So coming towards the last, maybe 800, 900 meters was kind of, I'd been asking my body for a little bit more, for many kilometers at that point. I was kind of on the edge with my hamstring was kind of cramping, and I just kept asking my body for just, give me a little bit more. And it wasn't. It was sort of saying, nope, this is your limit. This is your limit. And with like 800 meters to go, finally, whatever it was, I was really just thinking back to all my friends and family at home who were walking every step of the way with me. And whatever it was in that moment just gave me that next extra gear when my body just said, okay, go. And so from there, it was never really even, I don't remember what was going through my head. I just remember sort of seeing the athlete from Spain come around the top bend and thinking, oh, I can catch him. Like he's not that far ahead, and coming around that top bend and just booking it for the finish line. And remembering, the one thing I remember is how close the finish line looked at that point. And I was like, oh, do I have enough room? Am I going to be able to make this? And then once I got by, I'm thinking, oh, good, that finish line's really far away still. It was, that foreshortening effect looking down straight at it. I thought it was way closer than it was. And once I actually moved into to third, I remember thinking, oh, I still have like 200 meters left. Like I have plenty of space.
Right. And meanwhile, the people ahead in 1 and 2, they're like right close too. So you pretty much watched those guys walk through to gold and silver, right?
Yeah, the whole race. I mean, it's amazing how a 3 hour and 50-minute race can come down to
seconds,
less than a second per kilometer. It's insane that the guy that won the race at one point had like a 3-minute lead. And he saw that evaporate down to about 30 seconds, 40 seconds in the end. So, that's what I love about the 50K event, is that it's really not over until it's over. So much can happen, and you can think that you're doing fine, and a kilometer later, your body can be completely shutting down on you. So it keeps it exciting.
And what an accomplishment. Coming in 3rd place at the Olympics is amazing. But I'm talking about just being at the Olympics is an accomplishment. That alone is crazy. And during a pandemic, no less, obviously something that Evan will never forget. Here he talks about the things that stand out from being in Tokyo for the Olympics.
It's really tough, like going into the games in this environment. Obviously, there was a lot of uncertainty about what it would look like and how safe it would be. And a big thing for me was just understanding that it was going to be a different Olympics for the people of Tokyo. The Olympics are a multi-billion-dollar price tag that are left upon a city. And going into the games, it was a city that didn't want to host them. The majority of Tokyo residents were against the games happening. So I was really kind of conscious of that, and knowing that I was kind of going into Tokyo as a bit of a intruder almost. So what's been really interesting to see is how the city and the country seemed to, at least from my perspective, what I could see, seemed to rally behind the games once they started, and rally behind the athletes and the stories and find the positive in it. And then, to come home and to hear that Team Canada had zero positive cases within our bubble, and to know that we kept it safe. And that means that we'll have kept, the residents of Tokyo safe and all that. It's a nice feeling, because there was all those things were sort of uncertain when I was heading there. So there's a bit of a relief and a bit of gratitude, I guess. Coming home are probably the 2 biggest feelings.
I think the full talk with Evan Dunfee is about 22 minutes long. You can see it and hear it, because we did it on Zoom, on our social media platforms, all under @Toddcast Podcast, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. You can also see it, or hear it, I guess, on toddhancock.ca. We got into a lot of stuff. How his first concert was the Chili Peppers, binge watching Ted Lasso, great show, Our Lady Peace, and System of a Down came up, beyond race walking and the Olympics.
Joe Thornton is my second cousin.
Nice.
So that's really cool. So we used to get to go to games and go down to the dressing room. And when he was training with Team Canada before the 2006 Olympics, we got to go and meet, I got to meet Steve Yzerman and Sakic, and took an elevator with Wayne Gretzky and all that stuff. So for 16-year-old Evan, that was the coolest thing imaginable.
That's totally cool. So you're a big hockey fan, obviously, with playing, with the boys and stuff, but when the Canucks are playing, it's game on?
I don't watch so much anymore. I just, because I travel so much, a lot of the time I'm not here for most of the season, and then can't really get my head into it. So I've definitely fallen off. I'm definitely someone who I will play any sport, and I will watch any sport if it matters. So playoffs, I'll watch World Championship darts. I will, if it's a game that matters,
exciting sports, yeah,
I will watch it. But regular season stuff, where it's just kind of going through the motions, and that I can't bring myself these days.
Sporting guest visits of the Toddcast podcast are powered by Joyce Heating Services, a family-owned and operated heating business serving the Lower Mainland since 1960. Online at joyceheating.com.
Cocaine eye in the middle of the night, and I still don't know where I am going. hot natty light on ice.
Say alright or die, girl, welcome to the show. Put it on the line, baby, show me what you know. Whiskey by the fire, call out for some more, and we'll dance until the night. I got 2 feet in the grave, man, and I'm about to show. Legends never die. Hey, let's go.
The Toddcast podcast is powered by Milano Coffee, bringing you the finest espresso and coffee concepts in the world. Online at milanocoffee.ca. And now, listen to this on the Toddcast podcast.
If you watch UFC fights, you'll know about Randa Marcos. She is tough. She was born in Iraq, moved to Canada when she was 3 years old. She competed in the Ultimate Fighter 20 finale where she lost a close split decision, but you've seen her fight in UFC 186, a win, UFC 202, a loss, lots of wins, some losses on UFC on Fox, UFC Fight Nights as well. She's scheduled to fight October 23rd at UFC Fight Night 196. And when Randa was a guest, we talked about the benefits of using CBD oil. We talked about aliens, growing up in Windsor, Ontario, binge watching horror movies and Paranormal Witness. She talked about watching tape of her opponents before they fight, being a contestant on the Ultimate Fighter TV show. And Randa talked about when she thought that parents should enroll kids in martial arts. Listen to this.
I think right away.
Really?
Like, really, you really learn a lot about yourself, like whether it's wrestling or like jiu-jitsu or judo or anything like that. It's really, really, it really helps kids grow and helps you stay away from other things, like stay away from drugs and stuff. I had a pretty rough upbringing, and that wrestling definitely kept me away from a lot of things and helped me find myself. So I really think, like, right away, the sooner the better.
Right, that's cool.
But definitely don't push your kids into it. Let them just find it.
Listen to this on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, an ICBC approved repair shop. Find them online at TedcoRVSuppliesInc.com.
I'm looking for a real love, and I'm just running around getting drunk, chucking buzz. Oh, I'm looking for a real love, a real love. Said it's a new town, new city, but same cross, same shore. Feeling down and shitty. Why I know, 'cause sure the girls look pretty and they move me down below. But it's such a pity nothing's moving in my soul, and it's in my head, in my head, in my head, my head, and it's all the time. Oh, it's in my head, in my head, in my head, my head, and it's all the time. I'm looking for a real love, and I'm just running around getting drunk, chucking buzz. Oh, I'm looking for a real love, a real love. What about my time, baby? What about my time? Everything that you promised to me, baby. What about my time, baby? What about my time? What about me? What's about me? I'm a crucified man, a crucified man. Yes, I am. I'm a crucified man. I'm looking for a real love, and I'm just running around getting drunk, chucking buzz. Oh, I'm looking for a real love, a real love. So don't tell me love is a game, something you do 'cause you're lonely. No, don't say to me our love is vain. something we do when we're lonely. Love's not just something you do cause you're lonely. Love's not just something you do cause you're lonely. Cause you're lonely. Cause you're lonely. No, cause you're lonely. Cause you're lonely. No, cause you're lonely. Cause you're lonely. No, cause you're lonely. Lonely, lonely. No. I'm looking for a real love, and I'm just running around getting drunk, chucking bud. Oh, I'm looking for a real love, a real love. I'm looking for a real love, and I'm just running around getting drunk, chucking bud. Oh, I'm looking for a real love, a real love.
I mean, really, if you can't have fun while those guys are around, you may want to check the pulse. The band is the Boom Booms, and an older track for those guys called Real Love, easily one of my favorite Vancouver bands of all time. Catch those guys in November at the Hollywood Theatre, and if you're following the band at all, you know that that's a surprise. I think it was about a year and a bit ago, maybe 2 years back now, they called it quits. So I wonder if that means they'll be making some new music. Sure hope so. Played you a band called Reverend and the Rebel, and a new song for those guys called Ride or Die. And if you're going like, why do I recognize that guy's voice? That's because it's Shane, the singer of Crankshaft, who we've played a ton on this podcast. He started up that project with Jay Diekman, who's a local kick-ass drummer, and they will be playing some shows, I'm hearing, very soon. Speaking of live music, find live and live stream shows with the indie scene at toddhancock.ca. Slowly but surely, that scene is coming alive. And if you're going to play a show, maybe you're checking out a show and it's indie, let us know about it. That is brought to you by Mystic Rhythms Rehearsal Studios, 40 plus years experience in the music industry. Find out more about them through mysticrhythms.ca. Okay, our final guest of this episode 252 is holistic health coach Irene J., this week's entertainment and lifestyle guest. That is brought to you by Sacred Meds, the best craft cannabis and psilocybin dispensary in Canada. Use that code TODCAST. You will get 10% off your entire order through sacredmeds.com. There's hash and gummies, and I mean, it's pretty awesome. Now, Irene and I have been friends for years. I'm a fan of what she's all about. Check out irenejay.com. That's IRENEJAY.com. You'll see that she talks about a 3-step process to having a healthy relationship with your body. 1, awareness. Listen to your body. 2, strategies. Get a game plan. 3, integration. Execute said game plan.
If you're not following something or like a good foundation or a baseline, your body's going to be telling you a million different things. So it's really good to kind of, again, come back to the self-awareness, right? If you have that self-awareness piece, you might be hearing like, shit, I'm drinking a little bit too much. It's a bit too much beer in my diet. Right. Your body's going to be asking for way too much shit at that point. So if you can kind of slow it down and then again, have your baseline, then you can hear those cues even more so, right? Like, am I hungry right now? Am I actually just thirsty? Do I need to eat a vegetable? It's just like, it's so simple. And it's just like the most foundational thing, but we keep thinking we need all of these other extremes, but we really don't.
Right. And what did you find for you personally? What was the main thing for you to be able to get healthier, lose the weight? What was that one tipping point?
Okay, well, for losing the weight for me was just integrating fitness every single day. And it was small at the beginning. But again, the whole point was for me to find something that I could do consistently. I didn't want to go too hard at the beginning because I knew I would get discouraged. I'd get too sore and then I wouldn't want to do it. Right. So I started with as simple as 15 minutes of walking every day on a treadmill, not outside, because I wanted to get into the habit of putting on the gym clothes, going to the gym, just that act of that routine. And then that became habit. And then I started to build on that. And once that started to make me feel good, because it just will, then you're like, well, I don't want to eat the shitty food. I want to feel good. So I'm going to make the better decision. And then it just keeps piling and piling and piling.
Right. It's just a pattern. It's that just get your body used to that style.
It is a pattern for sure. And it's not glamorous, but it works.
No, it's true. It's true. I saw on your, I think it was today or maybe it was yesterday, your Facebook story where you're talking about having a slow cooker and all that. And it made me laugh. What are your cheat foods?
Oh, I love French fries. It's no secret. Like anytime I go out with my friends, they're like, we're obviously ordering fries. I'm like, is it even a question?
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely fries.
Oh, and by the way, you can follow Irene on Instagram at IreneJ_. Again, that's IRENEJAY_. She's truly inspirational. She's real, authentic. Sometimes she swears in her videos, which is fine by me. What do they say? It's like a sign of intelligence to the degree that language is correlated with intelligence, meaning that if you're good at language, you'll be good at generating swear words. And if you've hung out with me for any length of time, you'll know that, hey, I'll take it. Back to Irene. She's going to be uploading new content to her website very soon.
You know, one of my core values is just always finding something that's sustainable. So there's a lot of flashy products or modalities or diets or whatever, and they seem like a really good option, but you have to get really real with yourself. Like, okay, what's blocking me? Why is it blocking me? What do I need to change in my environment? And am I actually going to stick to this for an extended period of time? And if the answer is no, then you need to adjust or find something else or find a practitioner who can help integrate the strategies into your life. There's no one way for anybody at any given time.
No, for sure. And how many people are you helping out right now?
Right now, I just have a couple of clients under my wing. I'm not taking one-on-ones so much right now. I'm building a course online that I'm going to be selling. So I've just been focusing on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And surfing your website today, IreneJ.com, IreneJ.com. You talk about this 3-step process to having a healthy relationship with your body. First and foremost, you've got awareness, strategies, integration. There are a ton of incredible transformations on your website as well. You're saying that you're heavier and you're slimmer now. You must be, that must be one of the main things like that you're proud of, hey?
Oh, absolutely. And this process was one of those profound moments where I was just like, look, like there's no one strategy that's going to work for anybody at all times. But I think if you can think of those 3 steps, break down the self-awareness and really get centered with yourself and your intentions and who you truly are, then you can integrate these habit-based strategies and very simple stuff. And it can just become your lifestyle. It doesn't have to be this forced sort of, this forced routine.
The full talk with holistic health coach Irene J is now posted. It's close to 20 minutes, I think. You can hear it and see it, another Zoom chat, at our iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube accounts. As we always do, we went a little bit further than what Irene is known for, health, wellness. We talked about binging New Girl and sex life. Michael Jackson came up. We talked about the ideal first date and that one question that I love hearing people talk about. Their first concert.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. It was Britney Spears.
Love it. And how old were you for that?
Oh, I think I was in the 4th grade. So what's that, like 9 years old, 10 years old?
Something like that,
9?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And
felt really cool coming to the city, let me tell you.
What a story with her. And it was like just in the last week or so that she got her life back. Her fucking dad's not in her life, controlling her money anymore and shit. Like
everyone was just chalking her up to be absolutely nuts, but man, I feel bad for her. Like,
how could you not feel bad for her?
Just like she's just like an entertainment mule.
It's terrible, right? Like when you actually get into that story and the hashtag Free Britney, like if you haven't searched it out, people that are listening to this podcast, like go search out. Now it's a bit of an older hashtag, but I'm sure you could still find stuff. Hashtag Free Britney is fucking eye-opening.
It's insane. I know. It's fucked up. It's actually really disgusting and quite telling of what that industry must have in their dark corners.
Oh, totally. I mean, it's just head shaking for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Toddcast Podcast entertainment guest visits are powered by Sacred Meds, the best cannabis and psilocybin dispensary in Canada. Available online at sacredmeds.com. Use promo code TODCAST at checkout for 10% off everything in store.
Looking for a glass of whiskey with some ice to cool me down. Get inside a bottle of poison and hope that I don't drown. Nothing but trouble with the Redwoods boys. Crazy motherfuckers that just love to make noise. Down to turn up any time of day. If y'all can't take it, then get out of our way. I got trouble on my mind. Sick and tired of your 9 to 5. Let's burn it down tonight, 'cause we ain't stopping till it's light. Nothing but trouble on my mind. It's time to get down to business and roll one up real tight. We're marking territory wherever we go tonight. Nothing but trouble with the Redwoods boys. Crazy motherfuckers that just love to make noise. Down to turn up any time of day. If y'all can't take it, then get out of our way. I got trouble on my mind. Sick and tired of your 9 to 5. Let's burn it down tonight, 'cause we ain't stopping till it's light. Nothing but trouble on my mind. I got trouble on my mind. Sick and tired of your 9 to 5. Let's burn it down tonight, 'cause I got chaos in my sights. And nothing but trouble on my mind. I got trouble on my mind. Sick and tired of your 9 to 5. Let's burn it down tonight, 'cause we ain't stopping till it's light. Nothing but trouble on my mind.
It's a little ripper for those boys. They're called Redwoods, and the song is Nothing But Trouble. You can catch them at the Rickshaw Theater next month, October 15th. They will be playing with Sleep Circle, Stickman, Damsel, and Collision Course. That should be a rowdy night. Sounds fun. We had a really good talk with Buck Cherry singer Josh Todd. I think it was about maybe a few weeks back now. They're coming to Vancouver October 5th to play at the Imperial. Josh is a guest next week.
Yeah, my parents divorced when I was 3. So at my mom's house, she would put on music and clean the house. That's when I really started getting into music. And my sister and I would just play and listen to, she listened to Kenny Rogers. I remember the Gambler record, Willie Nelson, Rod Stewart. You know, I listened to all those records. And when I went over to see my dad, he would be listening to the Eagles. The first record he got me was Eagles in the Long Run. So I really liked the Eagles back then as well. So those were some of the records.
Yeah. The death of Glenn Frey, I think that might have hit me that or like Cornell, I think probably.
Yeah, both great artists, of course.
Tough,
you know,
tough pills to swallow.
It's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Joining Buck Cherry singer Josh Todd next week from your BC Lions. Well, we actually haven't talked to a player yet, but we'll get that dialed up this week. And podcaster, movie critic Steve Stebbing. You could almost credit Steve with being the catalyst for me starting up the Toddcast. So if you've got a problem with us, maybe bring it up with Steve. Wanted to give a big thanks to this week's guests as well. Danko Jones, always a pleasure to talk, dude. Been a fan for years. And of course, it's super cool that you're as approachable and as nice as you are. Tokyo 2020 Race Walk bronze medalist Evan Dunfee. Dude, thank you for taking some time. We're all super proud, and we hope you make the 2024 Paris Olympics. And holistic health coach Irene J., you are the best. Thank you so much for taking some time to jump on this week, and keep those positive online posts coming. You're great at what you do. And that's going to do it for this one, episode 252. My name is Todd Hancock. Thank you so much for listening. Again, it's slightly different. The layout is a little bit different than what we've historically done. This podcast is now more of a Cole's Notes of the interviews that we do, I guess in the hopes that you'll check out the full interviews through SoundCloud and Spotify and iTunes and everything else. We also like to highlight Vancouver's indie scene and the indie music. So if you've liked what you heard, please tell your friends. You can subscribe again, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. We're also part of the Dean Blundell Network out of Toronto at deanblundell.com. Dean is killing it. He has like the number 3 podcast in Canada for news right now, which is freaking amazing. Comment and rate the podcast. Search it out through Toddcast Podcast. A huge thanks to all of our awesome sponsors. We straight up couldn't do it without their support. You can find links to all sponsor websites at toddhancock.ca. If you'd like to sponsor the podcast, you can for as little as $10 a day. Contact info is at the homepage. And if you help us find a sponsor, we will give you a commission based on the initial ad buy and the initial sponsorship. If you know a business, maybe you run a business that gets the return on investment on social media, hit us up. Till next week, don't be an asshole. Nobody wants to be around that. Have fun, play hard, and most of all, believe in yourself.
The Toddcast Podcast. Keep in touch with Todd through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and bookmark toddhancock.ca.
For 8 years, we've been asking the same question over and over again. How did this happen? My name's Mandy.
And I'm Melissa, and we're the hosts of Moms and Mysteries, the true crime podcast with over 55 million downloads.
We're 2 Florida moms who are obsessed with mysteries. Each week, we do deep dives into fascinating true crime stories.
We cover everything from infamous cases like Casey Anthony
to the bizarre and complex crimes right here in our home state, like the shocking murder of FSU professor Dan Markell.
We bring you the facts, but with warmth and wit you'd only get from 2 friends who have been hooked on mysteries since childhood.
Join us for new episodes of Moms and Mysteries every Tuesday and Thursday.
Listen to Moms and Mysteries on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast.
Now, before you go hunting for something else to listen to, let me make it easy. I'm Mike Carruthers, host of a podcast called Something You Should Know, and I speak with experts about fascinating things that affect your life, from human behavior, relationships, health, science, and everyday mysteries. We've been downloaded millions of times because every episode teaches you something you'll be talking about later. Open up Something You Should Know and give it 1 episode. You might just find your new favorite podcast.
You've watched them from the outside your whole life. On TV, on stage, on the cover. The success that always looks like it happened to someone on a different planet. But what if it didn't? I'm Evelyn, and I've spent over 25 years in entertainment, producing for some of the biggest names in Hollywood. And here's what I learned. The distance between you and them, it's a lot shorter than anyone's letting on. On my podcast, Reppin', I sit down with the people you've been watching, and I ask them who they actually are. Not the brand, the person. Where they started, what it cost them, what almost broke them. Their grit, their courage, their resilience, and the lessons they've learned, it's all yours for the taking. Reppin', wherever you listen.